Going on, New Gaming Order? This is your co-CEO and producer Alex Lexus coming at you with our members that attended Comic Con. So we got Shinwar and our newest member, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself so you can know how to address him with his alias. So go ahead, cuz.
Well, I'm gonna stick with my old alias here. We're gonna go with Gokin86. You can contact me with that.
Hey, wait a minute, Gokin86. I want my rematch, yo. I know that name. Oh, that's you.
Oh,
All right, go ahead.
Anytime you want it. Anytime you want it. I want to, thank Alex, Lexus, Shinwar, and Nelson for bringing me on. So I'm really excited. There's gonna be some good stuff going on. You're gonna see a lot of PC Wii U stuff from me. I'm a big Nintendo guy, so you know.
okay. So Goken 86 is pretty much going to primarily be focusing on the PC and the Nintendo or the Wii U side of things. So he'll be up and running doing streams for the other requests for our audience. So he is going to be a valued asset to the group. So welcome him with open arms, and he's going to be a mainstay. He's here for the long haul. All right. So to get started, Goken 86 went to Comic Con for us on Thursday. All right. So how ironic, once I had the contest winner, he calls me and comes up and says, I can't go. I'm like, oh, shoot, what am I going to do? So luckily, I was on AIM, and my cousin says, hey, Alex, what's up? I haven't seen you in so long. I'm like, hey, dude, you want to go to Comic Con? So he took the time to go out there and see what the atmosphere was like on Thursday. So, Gokin, what was it like that first day? I know it wasn't as busy as Friday and Saturday.
Hold on. First of all, it was crazy busy Thursday.
Really?
It was. It was. I don't know what you're talking about, but it was crazy busy on Thursday. I mean, it took. I got there around 12, and we wrapped around the whole Javits Center, even with the passes to get in.
No
Like,
way.
I wrapped around a whole bunch of people online just to end up at the end of the line to end up walking back around.
No way.
Wow.
For Thursday?
On Thursday, and when you got in, you were bumping into someone every second.
No way. And Shinwar, to think when we got there, the line was wrapped on the inside. Like where not where the autographing was going, but it was on the other side.
It was
So
actually it was like a giant hall that was next to the main stage. It was like a holding pen where they kept us at.
Yeah, man, this thing wrapped around the building. You couldn't even walk down certain streets. They kept telling Comic Con people, like even walking there, like you were one street up. Cause I had to walk from Penn Station there. The traffic was so crazy even to get there.
no
So I ended
way.
up walking from New York Penn Station all the way to Javits Center, which wasn't a bad walk. But then to get there, they had us walk down all the way to the right side of Javits Center, then to walk all the way around it to come back in.
That's crazy.
You know what? We didn't even go through that on with the outside wrapping. That was crazy.
Yeah,
But
so that was the
yeah, so Gokin, like when you got in there, like okay, with that many people, like what was going on Thursday that was of significance, and then just I mean, just a general overview.
a lot of the lines were more for people going into like a lot of those. There was like a Tokyo. It was like a Tokyo shop. It was like a custom Tokyo shop. There was like a line. The first line you coming in on the left was for this Tokyo toy store. They had all that, a whole bunch of like different type of toys straight from Japan or whatever that were right there. I think it was a long line. I was like, I actually went the line for like, oh, it's for Tokyo something. I was like, oh wow. So it was pretty big for that. I stood in line for the Gunpla. I don't know, if anybody's into Gunpla, but that's the Gundam plastic kits. So a lot of people come to Comic Con and enter those the Gundam kits.
Yeah,
Oh
because we did see
yeah.
that by the Transformers and such.
Yeah, all the model kits. So there was a lot of that going on. Two people putting the model kits on display. So I actually bought one. I'll show it to you guys here in a minute. I didn't put it together yet, but that's for another time. And I copped that Voltron poster. I had to get that and took it back.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Once it's
The 30th
framed,
anniversary?
yeah, 30th anniversary. Once it's framed, I got the holograph and I got Tom Whalen to sign it, which was
Nice.
shout out to him.
What?
Shout
All
out,
right.
he was pretty cool about that. So he signed even the five little Voltron things. So I'm getting that framed.
What?
That was pretty cool.
And to
So,
think we went and got the picture by the little Voltron thingy,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
cool.
I like to keep my collection of posters. I got Mega Man X, Deadpool. I got a whole assortment of things I usually buy at these the comic events. So, the gaming though, the biggest showing was probably Bandai, and Bandai and Lego had a little something too. Capcom was a little lackluster. To be honest, I was.
They only had the
shocked.
Resident Evil and
They had Resident Evil 2, right? Resident Evil.
They had Monster Hunter
Revolution 2. And they had Monster Hunter, but that was I believe that was the game through 3DS, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was that and Ace Attorney on the 3DS, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just selling toys outside of the little booth. I bought a little lanyard or whatever, and some stickers, some Capcom stickers, but I mean that was pretty much it for Capcom, you know. I saw some people playing Payday 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. There wasn't a lot of people around that. That new Dragon Ball game looked nice though.
Yeah, that
good.
booth, it was pretty sick the way they had it set up by the Bionicle, and it looks pretty much like that last game, but just prettier. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's prettier. Yeah, and then of course it's the regular stuff, the cosplay. I miss Scott Snyder. You know, he's the new writer for the new Batman series that everyone's reading nowadays in comics. So I wanted to get that autograph, but obviously I was too late for that. He was there from like 12:30 to 1:30 for signing, so I missed that. I'm sad about that, but I mean Thursday was okay. I didn't see too many events going on besides like the dance stuff. Is it dance?
Yeah, Just Dance.
Just Dance.
That took the show to me. I mean, well, when we went, it was just ridiculous. You couldn't even like walk past the place, and I was a little worried while we were recording, especially for the Assassination Fist Twitch panel, that I would get hit with copyright strikes because they were playing all this music. Like it was the loudest thing there. It was crazy.
Yeah, so that was still big on Thursday. People were doing that. A lot of people just walking around. It was packed. It was packed.
Hey, Goken 86. Let me ask you this: Did you see any crazy cosplay on Thursday? Like, what do you think was the worst? What did you think was the best that you saw on Thursday?
Oh, there was a Deadpool. There was a gang of Deadpool.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Wait. What, the Deadpool people?
The Deadpool army, yeah.
Yeah. They photobombed us in one of our pictures.
Yeah, there was the Incredibles. I thought that somebody did a pretty good Incredibles.
For real?
Yeah. There was some Naruto. There was a lot of Naruto. A lot of people perpetrating the Akatsuki characters. One person did B-san, which would look pretty cool. Could have been a little bit more broad, like a little skinny guy playing B. The guy is huge. I don't know if you guys watch Naruto or anything like that. Of course, the female cosplay was some of it was pretty crazy, but other than that, it was there were some good ones and there were some not so good ones. I wasn't in character out there, so I probably was one of those not so good ones.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, Goken. Like me and Shinor had saw some females cosplaying as Catwoman. And I just changed the first letter. I don't want to be mean, but some people, what I mean? Black Widow, Scarlet Witch.
Nah, yo. There was this.
Go ahead.
There was a lot of Harley Quinns, yeah.
There was just too many of them. Too many.
Yeah, there was like a gang of Harley Quinn. I saw that every time I turned around, there was a Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So
Yo.
I know they have a show on comic series this year, so I'm guessing that's why she's so popular this year.
Yeah.
We saw this chunky Catwoman, yo. Alex was like, that ain't Catwoman. That's Catwoman.
I
was like,
you know what? New Game in Order. I did not say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
What? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. No, I'm just saying. You know what? There were some Comic-Con hots and Comic-Con nots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we could have made our jokes and whatever, but, I never cosplayed before, and I just happened to be wearing this gear the first day. and I was like, okay, I don't know who I'm gonna do. Initially, I'm like, hey, I could do the Nick Fury role, but I guess somehow I got branded with Blade, and I just went
Yeah,
with
you
it.
never look like Blade. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went with it. You know what I mean? And you know, doing that like that, I guess when people were recognizing you, like that was a good feeling. And so when I saw other people cosplaying, and now I understand why they do it, you know. And it's something to the effect where it's like, cool, you're stepping out of yourself for a minute, you know what I mean. And people who appreciate the comic that you're representing, like one guy, when after we did the Assassination Fist interview, he came to me, he's like, thank you for representing one of the few African American um, comic book
Dang.
characters. Like he was getting all choked up. I'm like, hey, bro. I mean, no, but like not for nothing. I give him that. Like he recognized the character. Like I was thinking next year maybe I'll do a Black Panther or something.
Yeah,
And
I thought about that too,
Why
man.
it gotta be black,
no,
Alex?
but the thing
Why it
is,
gotta be black?
Shinwar, hold on one second. Remember what I said? Like, if you are gonna cosplay, at least if you physically look close to a character, do that character. Don't go on the other side of the rainbow. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, hold on, wait. But we seen who was that?
who? Carlos Hagar?
Yo, nah. There was some flip flop color. Remember that black Wolverine?
Yeah. Well, why he look like that? Yo, he looked like a he looked like a black Elvis. And New Gaming Order. I'll stick a lot of those pictures on the New Gaming Order Facebook page, which is gonna dub as our website because it's easier for me to stick the videos and the pictures on there. So you're free to check those out. Because Shinwar took a lot of cool pictures, especially the Star Wars ones. Me doing the pose
Mm-hmm.
with that Jedi. Yo, I give him that.
I was hot.
Yeah, and you didn't really have to do Photoshop tricks to it because the sword was lit. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, it was some cool stuff, But I guess like what I'm trying to say is, some people, if you look like Sagat, do like a Sagat. If you look like, you know,
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like some
Okay, hold on.
people,
Wait. Okay. Everybody knows Rita Repulsa from the Power Rangers, right? There
yeah.
was an
Oh,
African American woman that dressed up as Rita, and I thought she did a great job. She did a
Oh
good
yeah.
job,
That one with Lord Zed, right?
right?
Okay.
But then you can have Luis Kent play Superman. Now
Oh
hold
no, you know
on,
what?
yo.
No, Gokin. There was this guy. He dressed up as Superman,
Yo,
but he looked like Luis Kent. Like he was a Hispanic guy, and you know what? We got some pictures with him, but it's like
yo.
he was.
He's like, when he had his gun out, yo, I was like,
No, there was
chill,
there was a lot of Captain Americas looking like that, and not to mention, remember Punisher? Remember that Punisher dude?
yo.
That Punisher dude, he was sitting there looking like he got laid off and was on unemployment, like just sitting there asleep. He had the gun in his hand, sleep in the chair. Like,
You have to look this going for man. That was a new style.
Oh my god.
that joke was so funny. I'm like, man, you know what?
Yeah.
Next year, somebody needs to do a good Punisher, a really good Punisher.
Yeah, I didn't see a good Punisher.
Oh, you did?
But because he varies in comics, he varies in sizes. Like he was like brolic, slim, like all over the place. At least Captain America, he's just steady. Like he's not bigger or smaller. He's that one size. Like
Like, another thing. Remember the Batman people who were looking
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say that. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, what gives you the right? But I'm not wearing a hockey mask. That's what they look like. Like straight
Yo.
up, that's what they look like.
did you see the Batman in the Machine? Did you
Yeah.
see the Batman?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was in the I guess helicopter. What was that thing? It was like a ship or something. On the left, you didn't see him?
no.
Oh, maybe that wasn't on any of the other days. There was like a big machine by this auto desk.
Uh-huh.
When you saw like an auto desk display where they had like the Batman's on the right, like you could
Yeah,
do, like,
yeah.
Batman stuff.
Right.
On the left, there was like a big machine there and it had auto desk signs in it. That actual lid opened up and like Batman was sitting in there and people were taking pictures the first day.
No
I mean,
way. We didn't see that.
Yeah, it was
They
cool.
probably took it down.
I thought that would be there the whole weekend.
No, no, we didn't see
Hmm.
that. We would have seen it because we were on that side where they had,
Yeah,
the 75th
it's
anniversary.
actually right by that side where they had the Batman statues at. Like, not down there, but up on that level.
Right.
And
Yeah,
that's
because me and Shinwar spent some extensive time over there, and we were
right.
taking like, and New Gaming Order fans, there's still video for me to edit and upload. That's how much footage we got. So it's pretty much gonna be Comic Con week on the New Gaming Order channel as I'm putting stuff up there. But yeah, you'll see like Shinwar has some good video over by the different suits and different era of Batman and
Oh
whatnot.
yeah,
So
that was good.
yeah, it
That
was
was
some good
good.
stuff. But swinging back to gaming, yeah, the gaming stuff wasn't really a big
It wasn't a,
emphasis.
it wasn't a big year. There's no. Some of those people don't have titles.
Yeah,
No one has. So
But but you know what? Capcom could have been delving into Street Fighter Omega
yeah,
Edition, and they didn't capitalize on it. But yet it's supposed to come out this winter. So I was like, Capcom was this year they were very weak. I
yeah,
believe they were very weak.
yeah. The
Um,
strongest thing for them was the licensed out Assassin's Fist. They drew the most attention for
yeah.
Capcom. And
But you
they
would think like if you had Assassin's Fist, you should have had Street Fighter Omega Edition to complement them.
mm-hmm,
You see what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And they didn't. So
No.
yeah, I thought they failed in that department.
It was just gaming in general, and like Goken said, it was Bandai who really made a big hit in terms of with their
Yeah.
Dragon Ball and all that other
yeah,
stuff.
Was Ubisoft there? I couldn't tell.
No, I didn't see them.
No, Ubisoft
Yeah,
wasn't there.
Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't. But you know
It
what?
was
I
it
would
was just Lego, Bandai, and
Capcom.
but Payday 2's not Bandai. Who was that?
Uh,
I don't know. I have to look it up. I'm
yeah,
not
they,
sure
they
who that
also
is.
had Alien Isolation over there for
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
That
Hmm.
looked really good. I mean, like
They, no,
the preview, the way that it was set up, like while we were waiting for the Twitch thing to kick off on Saturday, I was looking. I'm like, man, I wanted to play that. I actually was trying to get online to play
the
Resident
line, the
Evil.
line too long.
Yeah, yeah, there was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
no way. Like because of some of the lines, I didn't buy my Rebellion sword, Dante or whatever. I mean, it was just it was a lot of people, and not to mention this was the first New York Comic Con that actually surpassed San Diego Comic Con
I
for
saw that. Yeah.
attendees. They
Yeah.
had
Yep.
151,000 in attendance at its peak. So
Wow.
hey, good job to New York Comic Con that actually,
Yeah.
for the first time in its history, kicked off like that. Hopefully, that's something that continues. And with those numbers, that's even with the strict way of getting passes and verifying media passes and so on and so forth. They still
Yeah.
drew the numbers. So
Yeah.
hey, East Coast actually has a little something, to offer. So that was some good
I would
stuff.
still like to do the San Diego Comic Con. I think it's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It just for some reason you get a little bit more out there as far as entertainment stars and
this
all
is
that.
true. This is true. This is true.
It's
Speak.
very convenient for them.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
speaking of stars, we ran into a few celebrities out there, which were actually funny.
Sweep
I
the leg.
actually caught a
Oh, hold
got an
on.
autograph. I'm just gonna show the autograph on stream, but the picture's on my phone. You guys probably can't see it. The Karate Kid. Oh, it is doing.
Oh!
Oh, hold on. Yeah, the Karate Kid. I got a signed autograph. What the heck? Yo, this Skype cameras connect. Hold on. There we go.
I got
Martin
Mr.
Cove. Yeah, Martin Cove,
No Mercy.
aka Sensei John Kreese from the Karate Kid. That's a funny guy, yo.
He gave me some funny trivia when we were there. He was telling me about one of the actors. He was the son of the referee in the final fight that now is doing hair in a salon doing hair, and he didn't take on the martial art path. You know what I mean? So he's telling me this. I'm like, are you for real? He's like, yep. So rewinding, when
Yeah.
Shinwar took his picture with Sensei John Kreese, he had his finger in his face, and if you saw it from my angle online, it was the funniest thing ever. He was just like, looking
Yeah.
like that. That was awesome, man. It was an
But but
experience.
but let's rewind. Like even before we got there, I think we saw the honky tonk man
And the
and the
bushwhacker.
bushwhacker Luke,
Oh,
and we huh?
we saw her. I saw Hurricane. Remember Hurricane?
He,
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, he was there. He was
oh
there.
no way!
Yeah,
You know what? He wasn't there when we went.
Yeah, he was
yeah.
there.
All
So
right.
we bypassed honky tonk and the bushwhacker, and we were walking, and we just saw Sergeant Slaughter, and we were like so in disbelief, like really. So Alex ran, got a picture with
No,
him.
I
It was a
didn't. No,
great photo.
I said I was thinking about it, and I'm like, then I got to do it because it's a once in
Yeah,
a
you got
lifetime.
yeah. And he put Alex in the Cobra Clutch, yo.
Yo,
That joke was
look,
funny.
listen, New Gaming Order fans, for our WWE portion of the audience, that man is freaking strong. I was sitting there like, all right, okay. And by the end,
Yeah.
that third picture, if you see it on Facebook, I was just like, is he gonna let go? I'm like, oh my god. But the one thing, when I told him that I had been back home from Afghanistan, now going on 2 months, he shook my hand and looked in like he made eye contact, and the way that he said thank you for your service, it meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? And that's why I said in part, hey, what he represented, even with the whole storyline with Iron Sheik and betraying the United States or
Yeah.
whatever. But the fact of the matter is, he's just like, you're a real hero. You know what I mean? And he shook my hand, and we took those crazy pictures. And man, after that, me and Shin were on fire. We were getting
It was
like,
on a roll,
yeah, we were
yo.
getting
I mean,
autographs left and right.
we saw who was the guy? Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man.
Oh, yeah,
Yo,
Because of Shinwar, I didn't get my picture.
and let me tell you that the $1 million belt is heavy. He's like, let me put that up on your shoulder. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
see Shinwar go like, he was like, what?
yo, that belt was heavy. I think Hacksaw Jim Duggan was next to him. We didn't get a picture with him.
Yeah, I got
And
some
then they were
video of
like,
him though.
yeah. Then we're walking, and all I hear Alex say, "Oh, JB Hell." I'm like,
I didn't
what?
say that. I didn't say
Yo,
that.
we look up and JBL is right there. I'm
Oh.
like, dude, get out of here. So we got a picture with JBL, and then they're like, oh, Mick Foley's here. We're like,
Oh,
really?
come on. You got a picture with Mankind?
No,
we
he was
didn't.
dressed
He was
up
in a
as Santa
Santa Claus outfit
hiding
running
out.
around Comic Con.
Yeah, he was hiding out.
Oh, man.
That was like,
Mankind's awesome.
yeah, man.
But
we were
hold
looking
on.
for him.
But hold on. So we go downstairs, right? Then we saw Sensei John Kreese, Martin Cole from the Karate Kid 30th anniversary. And then we got the creme de la creme. We wait in line for the Hulkster, Hulk Hogan. And let me tell you, all jokes aside, this guy is huge in person. It's like I was in disbelief, and I walk up to him, and I'm like, the immortal one, and he's like, "Whoa, who's this monster here?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." It was surreal. It was great to meet Hogan, and the guy's huge, and he was cool, and Jimmy Hart was there too.
Yeah.
And yeah,
And one thing I will say, from Sensei John Kreese to Mr. Johnny, who we saw right next to Ralph Macchio.
and Ralph Macchio, yeah.
Yeah, we saw all these people that, on TV are larger than life, and they were right there. Like,
Yeah.
right there. You know what I mean? And I said to myself, unbelievable,
Oh, and just on a side note, we saw Stephen Amell from Arrow, who plays Green Arrow on Arrow, and Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Thursday. That line for Jason David Frank.
It was the same thing for our day.
Off the hook, yo.
It was long, right?
Yo, he is famous, bro.
All right. Let me ask you guys something. The Green Ranger, White Ranger is what I primarily know him going for. Excuse me, right?
Hold on.
And
He's after that.
This was from last year. This is
ew.
from, what the heck? This was from this one I met him in 2013. Dude, I waited over 2 hours for this, and I got a picture with him. And I was like, I'm not doing it again this year. And
what about the
right.
other Rangers? You know what I mean? Like, what makes him the guy? Like,
He's the one who's famous and who's still famous. I don't know where these other guys are.
Yeah, I mean they're around, but Green Ranger and White Ranger back then, yo, he made that character, man.
Where was that? How's Zach know we don't want no autograph?
I know. Oh shoot! I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? Nelson was trying to get on the call. I'm gonna see if I can add him. So,
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna just keep going,
all right, go
just for
ahead.
time's sake.
Hmm.
Um, and then we're going. I'll let Alex touch on the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist portion. But just to continue going with Comic Con. Okay, I think we're patching in Mugen Ketsuke. Yeah, the atmosphere was great. Both Friday and Saturday. It was a lot of people, definitely on Saturday. There Saturday. Hey Mugen, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, yo?
Hey,
Yeah.
My fault.
Nelson patched in. Oh, new gaming order fans. We now have the capability of, hey, if you have me or Nelson on Skype, we will bring you into a podcast or something on the fly. So Nelson, what's going on here? That Comic Con wrap up that I was telling you about, and since I already had Goken and Shinmar on here, we just started taking off from there. So
Uh,
yeah, so Shinmar, continue where you left off.
Yeah, I'll let you touch on the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist portion. But yeah, everything from Just Dance, which was like, yo, the crowd for the Just Dance stage was bananas. We saw a whole bunch of people get up there. We saw the Deadpool army go up there, and
The
they
stormtroopers,
represented
the stormtroopers. I have the video
the
of that.
stormtroopers.
That you guys will see. Again, I have a lot of footage to edit, and
Yeah,
I was talking to Michael Hurdle. He said if I am overwhelmed, he might be able to lend a hand here and there
right.
with putting some stuff together. So, um,
And real quick, I want to talk about the weapons that were being sold at this event.
Oh, yes, yes.
Um,
dude,
let me
oh
tell
my
you,
God, yes.
Captain America's shield and this thing was crazy tight, and I was tempted to buy it, but not for $900.
And somebody bought it
But
too.
and
Somebody bought it
somebody
too.
bought it,
Yep.
and somebody bought it. But yo, that thing, the guy let me hold it like it's official, and I was like, when you hold it, it makes you feel something on the inside, like yo, I'm Captain America. But yeah, it was tight. And then there was a sword spot because for some odd reason at Comic Con they sell like a dozen swords.
It's like six
It was
spots
crazy.
selling swords, man.
Yeah, yo, this guy had Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow's sword, and with the Ashikage clan symbol engraved in the sword. Yo,
We almost
that
got
was
that too.
hot.
We almost
We
got that.
almost got it. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like it was one for 30 and two for
And two
50,
for 50.
and
Yeah,
we were about to get it, and we were gonna split the Storm Shadow, and and the Storm Shadow sword looked beast, bro. It looked real
yeah.
nice. It would have gone good with my Predator outfit and stuff. So I was like,
But and let me tell you, just to end this portion off, me and Alex are walking downstairs. I believe we were trying to make the IGN panel, which we missed by the way, but that's neither here nor there. We're walking, and there's this guy sitting, and Alex was like, "Ho, where'd you get that from?" And I'm like, "What is he looking at?" It was the Sword of Omens.
legit, legit.
Thundercat's Sword of
I
Omens.
think it was
I was like, "Get out of here!"
They
now.
didn't buy that from the show. They
No,
didn't get that from the show.
no.
What
They did.
happened?
They did. They only had
Yeah,
six. They only had six on sale from the one shop that was by Sergeant
yeah,
Slaughter. But when we went there, it sold out. Then
was sold out.
they only had the Rebellion sword and the Power sword from Zelda. So I'm sitting there like contemplating because I could have got that so I can rub it in so on your knees can be like, hey, how come you got the Power sword or whatever. Now New Gaming Order fans look legit like the movie props from Man at Arms that creates those weapons and such. I'll link you to that channel. And I will even say that the Captain America shield was better than the one that Man at Arms had made, and you can look it up.
Yo,
Yo,
that shield was legit.
it was good stuff. That's something that Nelson hit Nelson and go you know. So,
wow, really?
but switching gears to the Assassinations Fish, which is
Assassin's Fist, man. You keep
Assassin's
calling
Fist.
assassination.
Assassin's Fist,
because
yo.
Joey Ansa had said it one time like that early on, and it just stuck with me. So, Assassin's Fist crew. That was honestly, and I don't know if the our new Gaming Order staff knows this. That was my sole reason for going to Comic Con. I said I will get that interview. I had,
Yeah.
and I don't know if Joey Ansa remembers, but he and I were talking back and forth. I said I would love to get an interview with you guys So he said, "Hey, if you're there and time permitting, let's make it happen. I'll take care of you." To me, it could have went over his head and like, "Hey, who are you?" But that right there, that sense of intent was like, "I gotta get this." And you can ask Shinmore. There were times where I was like, "Man, it felt bleak. Like I thought all hope was lost. Like they're closing down the showroom floor." And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna get it. And I said, if I don't do this for the New Gaming Order podcast, if I don't do it for the company, like I failed all of you guys. So I did whatever was humanly possible. I was even like apologizing to Shinmore, like, "Hey man, I don't mean to keep you here so late or whatever, But I said I have to get this. And lo and behold, boom. Not only that, when we did the Twitch panel, or when we were,
Yeah.
and actually Shinwar's video from his iPad, Joey Ansa gave his sign of approval. He's like, "Hey, because the Twitch
Yo,
went
yeah,
down,
yeah,
they
yeah.
put it up on Street Fighter AF Facebook." So now we're just like, dude, he's looking us out. He's actually showing that we're a legitimate company that's up and coming. You know what I mean? He's like, "I'll take care of you guys." Boom.
But wait, Alex, tell them that me and you were the only people that had that footage.
Yeah, we were the only two that had the footage before Twitch uploaded it. And it's
Yeah.
funny how the views, like I've been posting it all over the place. We are the only two that had the front row footage. Of course, Twitch has the professional stuff, but we were the first two to have it. Matter of fact, like Joey Ansa had saw us like cheering them on and whatnot. They were nodding their heads. Gaku
Yeah.
Space was like, "Hey, these guys are, look, these guys are really into this." So yeah, we get there after they did their Twitch panel. That's where you saw the pictures on Facebook where we're doing the Hadoken and all that, and we're telling them thank you for doing the series justice. And right then I said, "Joey, I would love an interview with you." He's like, "Yeah, I got you. Are you coming to the signing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm coming to the signing." And then I said afterwards, I'm willing to wait. Then we'll go ahead and knock it out. And he asked us if we're gonna be there Sunday. I'm like, oh, had I known the schedule, I would have like fought for a Sunday pass. But we were tired. Friday.
And real quick, the reason for Sunday, Christian Howard was there Sunday. The actor that played Ken, he wasn't there Saturday, but he was there Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, even Mike Mo, he missed the Twitch panel, but he was there for the signing. And
Yeah,
getting
he
around
funny
New
guy
York.
too.
Yeah, that dude is cool as hell. I'm telling you, these people were wonderful human beings. At the end of the day, the,
Man.
the the fact when we were getting our stuff signed, when we were actually in line for about like 20 minutes, it wasn't that bad, right, Shimmer?
Nah, yeah,
So
it wasn't that bad. It
yeah,
wasn't that bad actually.
yeah, so we get there, and then we were actually talking about the different techniques that they were talking. Like, for instance, the Go Shokin that Go Tetsu does. Yeah, I got that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Some
I was asking Joey Anso, where'd you come up with that? He's like, yeah, those are Metsu or destructive techniques that we put our spin on it. And when I was talking to Gaku Space, like the one thing that I say Gaku and Shogun. Oh no, Shogun's the young Goken, but
yeah, Shogun's
the,
Akira.
yeah, no,
I know
no,
what you're
no,
talking about.
yeah,
You're talking about
but because they're
what?
the Japanese names are hard for me to pronounce, and I don't want to disrespect them. But the actor who played Gotetsu and Gaku Space, those two characters, I was telling Gaku that, hey, your argument in the dojo was the most powerful um contact between two characters in the entire series. You know what I mean? Because it's like one opposing ideals, and I said you guys own that drama throughout the whole series. And I'm a Ryu and Ken fanboy, but those two, the way that they did that, it fleshed out so much history, so much like you could actually see in their performance, how they it really immersed themselves in the role. So I'm giving him that for that. And he's like, all right, cool, cool. And then we took the Capcom picture that's now my cover page on Facebook, and it just went on from there. Like Shinwar was getting some good photo ops in, and I mean, it was just a mind blowing experience. And I want to shout out some people who actually were giving us that. Lance Cryer. And sorry if I mispronounced your name, aka Free One Up. Thanks for giving us the thumbs up when I had posted that out there. and whatnot. But Shinwar, anything else to add? Because I can go on and on for days.
No, it was just a surreal moment. There were some tidbits that were shared with us that we
We can't
can't
talk about.
share.
Yeah.
Um, some great things are coming down the pipeline in regards to Street Fighter, Assassin's Fist, and the future of that. With the, how can I say it? Just the future of the series, and even on the gaming front. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Um,
But Shinwar, to tease everybody a little bit, if that request
see,
goes through,
you're
huh?
messing up.
No, no,
You're
no,
messing up.
no, no, no,
You're
no,
messing
no,
up.
no, no. It's like we're gonna keep everybody else in the dark. You know what I'm talking about, but
I don't.
nobody else does. But if the one request goes through, that could change a lot of the landscape with that request for.
Hey, look, look.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know nothing, my brother. I don't know nothing.
I'm
Stay,
glad
stay
that
the topic. Stay the topic.
Yeah, I'm glad that they actually, well, Joey actually shared, that request with us. You know what I mean? Because if that does happen, that pretty much confirms some things down the line. But again, out of respect for him, we're not gonna put that out there. So, I'll share with the new gaming order stat, later on. But we'll
Stop.
go on from there.
This guy.
But
But yeah, I also, just to divert from Street Fighter, we also ran into Timok, and if anybody
damn
doesn't know
it,
who
damn it,
that is the actor who played Bruce Leroy in the
Blue
Last
Leroy,
Dragon, and I
what?
believe the 30th anniversary is coming up. Say again, Goken.
They need to remake that. I thought they
They're
were gonna
they're, they're
remake that.
supposed to.
They're supposed to remake that.
Yeah, the guy looks like Nelson actually.
Yeah, let me tell you, yo, he was on a Twitch. You wrong, yo. Timok was on a Twitch panel, and he was just talking about how he got chosen and picked to play Bruce Leroy in the Last Dragon, and then like me and Alex, we went over there. A mad humble, mad cool, took a picture with him. Here's the funny
He's
part.
legit, man. He's a real martial artist. He's legit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
let
Shonuff
me
wasn't
tell
though.
you.
He embodies
Let me
everything that is Bruce Leroy in real life.
yeah, let me tell you, me and Alex was walking. I think it was pretty much winding down. This is before the Street Fighter Assassin's Fist signing. Guess who's walking in front of me? And I'm like, I was in complete disbelief.
Dynamite.
It was Michael
Dynamite.
Jai White. Everybody know Michael Jai White
That's
from.
my dude. Black Dynamite.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah. And he
Like,
he
came.
was walking, and I'm like, hey, that's Michael Jai White. All I hear is, hey man, just say hi and keep going. It was this dude that was with him. And I'm like in disbelief, like, yo, that was Michael Jai White.
Say, I keep going. What's up with BS?
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah, but
Like,
Michael Jai White just kept walking. He kept walking.
Yeah, he
and
kept
we're like,
walking.
At one point, I was like, yo, Michael J. White is the new Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Like, he was doing it, man. He had a little bit of the drama movies, and then he would come back to the martial arts movies, and he was doing,
Yeah.
Blood and bone,
now-
baby. Blood and bone.
But now he's just doing all the drama movies. I haven't seen one martial art movie out of this guy.
Well,
No.
Falcon
He
Rising.
did Falcon Rising.
Yeah.
Falcon Rising.
So I mean, I would say,
I gotta check that out.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
If you know what, I was telling Shinwar that if Wesley Snipes doesn't reprise his role as Blade, Michael Jai White should be the new Blade. I'm telling you
Yeah, he
straight
can pull
up,
it
he
off.
will rip that
Either
role
that-
apart.
That or put him in Incredibles 4 or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
But what else? Oh,
Have him fight one that guy, one good guy.
Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. But,
It was fucking action.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah.
watch, do it.
All right,
but
Shinwar. Mhm.
yeah, we had circled around, and we have found out that Michael Jai White, he had to, I think they went to a birthday party, and Kim Whitley was there as well.
Yeah, I saw her. I
Um,
was just like, I couldn't even
Yeah.
form words, and she was like, hello, and walked past me. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
they
damn.
had to leave. They had to leave and go to a birthday party. So when we went over there, it was like all the brothers, and it was like all this soul just going on. And Timok was doing signings, and then if you remember House Party with Kid and Play, you remember Full Force. They were there. I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on?
That brother is mad cool. He's just
Yo,
like,
he
what's
had
up,
the
fellas?
shirt open, yo.
Oh my goodness, that was mad funny. I would have to say, and
But
New Gaming Order, there was just so much that we're probably not hitting everything, but in later videos you'll see. I mean, because there was a lot going on that day.
yeah, yeah,
Those 2 days plus when Gokin went on Thursday, it was a lot to cover. It's just if you guys can get out there, do save your chips. I'm planning on going next year. You can meet us. You know what I mean? We could do like a little Q&A with you guys. You know what I mean? But you got to get to Comic Con. That is
yeah.
nothing else like it.
At least one.
Oh,
You know.
yeah.
At least
I
one.
will say this. There was one panel that I really wanted to get on Saturday, and I could not.
Oh yeah,
And I found out that they were giving out wristbands at 3 in the morning.
that's messed up, man.
I'm not waiting in line 3 in the morning for a wristband.
It took us
And
two
that was
hours to get from New Jersey into New York. We were waiting on trains and stuff. And for
yeah,
somebody in Machine Ward, I was saying those people that got the Walking Dead passes or the wristbands, they were ones who had hotels, so they were staying there, got it, and went back
yeah,
to their
yeah.
rooms. Messed up, man.
Yeah, I had wanted to get on that panel, but they were like they were only giving away wristbands, and I'm like, come on, man. But
They had to
nonetheless,
mitigate how many people were going in there. It would have been a mad rush.
yeah,
Same thing with
and
the Capcom. What was that? Xbox One and PS4 a year later.
the
We
IGN,
we
yeah,
couldn't get into that, and we were there like almost like 40 minutes before the thing started.
they closed that off.
I'm
Yeah,
like, man, it was just like that time, Nelson, that we went in 2010 where we were trying to get into the Capcom stuff, and
Yeah.
we were me, you, Mike, rest of the guys we were already in line, but we saw how everybody else got pinched off. So now we learned our lesson. If we're gonna go, we have to map out where we need to hit so we can get in there. I'm pretty sure that the
yeah,
press pass people actually got that like those allocated seats in the front, which is
yeah,
me and Nelson's project to get our press pass for or get New Gaming Order since it's technically a new entity. Try to get us into that press media badge status so that we
yeah.
can get in priority first. You know, but yeah, continue, Shimon.
No, I mean just everything from the cosplay. Like Goken said, there was a lot of Harleys. I saw a few Deathstrokes.
Some of them were
What
good
else?
too.
Hey, that Batwing. If anybody doesn't know who Batwing is, it's Lucius Fox's son.
I
Batman
got
recruited
pictures with
Lucius
him.
Fox's son. That guy's costume was tight. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I
I
would
would
say he
say
was
though,
one of the top three out there.
yeah, I did like that Captain Cold though. There was anybody knows Captain Cold is a Flash villain. There was a woman who dressed up as Captain Cold.
She was
That outfit
gorgeous.
was tight.
She
Huh?
was she was beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
She came out with a gun posing like,
Yeah,
"Hello."
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Okay, that was
But it was a great experience, and I look forward to going back and definitely with more people. Yeah, it was an incredible experience. It was an incredible experience.
now, and I guess in closing, before I go around the table, Nelson, I spoke to Mike earlier, and you, this is what I want. The more people that come aboard, we can split the team, New Gaming Order team up, where, hey, you cover this, we'll cover that, and so on and so forth. So, I kind of
Oh,
propositioned Mr. Michael Hurdle of Raw Gameplay, like, hey, next year, you know, we got to bring the team in force. You know what I mean? I felt like the Z Fighters only went with a couple of their people, but next time we're gonna come stronger, bigger, better than ever. We're gonna do it right. You know what I mean? So Nelson, you know, I wish I had the opportunity to bring you now, which brings me to my final topic: Comic Con pass system or getting into Comic Con. New York Comic Con folks, Bill Heimer, you know who you are. All these folks up there, you got to fix the system. I got lucky to get that Thursday pass and the Sunday pass, which I ended up canceling in Afghanistan because I'm sitting there waiting on the queue on the website. It was so inefficient. And then the fact that the scalpers got in there, I don't know how they did it,
and
but
let me tell you,
you know
they were outside the event scalping.
yes, selling passes, and what that did, that screwed me, and I couldn't get Nelson in there. You know what I mean? And I remember Nelson when I had when we were talking on Facebook while I was still in Bagram City. I said,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey Nelson, you still want to go? And then I know you were still up in the air, but I had my finger on the enter button, and then all of a sudden, white screen, it froze.
Yeah.
Then I had
They
to
need
go
to fix
back.
that
You know
for
what I mean?
next year.
I'm like, come on, please fix that system. They have a year to take feedback and go on the Facebook page. I'll actually put a link as to there's a petition on changing the Comic Con pass system, how to get onto the website. And not to mention, me and Shinwar had got some intel that you had folks at the comic book shops holding it for their premier customers, which is not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair because if somebody, okay, there's several comic book stores that are within my vicinity, right? There's one right there in Union. You got another one up by North Plainfield on Route
Yeah.
22.
Hmm.
And all of a
Scotch
sudden,
Plains.
Shinwar told me call that place. How come I called like 30 minutes later or like an hour later? Oh, we're sold out. You're holding it for your people. That's not what they gave you the passes for. That's so everybody has a chance. But my goal is to make sure that we have press passes, so I'm not even gonna stress that. But that'll be a backup plan, to bring on anybody else. But I also want to do another giveaway, just like we did in 2010, and what we attempted this year. So the main thing is we want to bring a lot of people into the fold, but the way that they did that system was wrong. And I know Nelson and Shinwar can back me up when I say this. It was just jacked up from the flow up. you know. But is there anything else that Gokin you want to add and Shinwar?
Just in closing, I think if you're into comic books, you're into manga, you like toys, you're into model kits. I think I'm into Gunpla. You like, there's things you grew up with that you like. Comic Con is definitely a place you should go. I mean, they have things for everybody.
Yes, I agree.
So take a little cousin, take somebody. There's a lot of interesting things. You definitely go. It's a good experience. So to everybody out there watching, you definitely head out to Comic Con if you can. It's getting tight. A lot of people want to go now, so.
All right.
It's tough to get those tickets now. They get sold out real fast. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And just to piggyback on what Gokin said, it's good to see that the New York Comic Con is growing. Like Alex mentioned earlier, that it surpassed San Diego Comic Con. And I believe New York Comic Con was started in 2006, 2004, 2006, one of those. But just to see that it's growing, and like Gokin said, last year you were able to get a ticket up until September.
Yeah.
This year, that sucker was sold out like
That
in
same
mere
day.
hours.
The same
Yeah,
day.
same day in
Same
July.
day. Yep.
So
Well,
and
for the 4 day passes, the 4 day passes were sold out that day. I think 3 day passes were like a couple hours afterwards. But
and that Saturday, but the Friday and Thursday and Friday were a few days after. But though that Saturday and those 4 and 3 days they were done.
even the kids' passes were sold out. The kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
unbelievable, unbelievable.
But yeah, just on my end to wrap up, I look forward to going again. If you're a Star Trek fan, a Trekkie, Star Wars, manga, comic books, entertainment.
What the heck? Hold on, New Gaming Order. Something just happened.
We got cut.
No, we're back.
Unbelievable.
No, don't worry. The stream is still going. Technical difficulty.
All right, let me just. But yeah, it's for everybody. Whatever you're into in regards to those genres and everything, definitely try to make your way out to next year. You won't be disappointed.
hmm And then in closing on my end, I will say, some folks, they think that I'm like a military buff, such and such, and they're like, I didn't know you were a nerd. Going to Comic Con doesn't make me a nerd. I have a focused interest in comics, media, movies, things like it has something for everybody. Just like my cousin Gokin said, it's just you go there and you have an experience. You have fun. There's something for everybody. Just so you know, something for everybody. Even with the Chevy, and I'm into cars and bikes and all that. I mean,
Yo.
we did a video for Chevy, for the Corvette Stingray and the Camaro. I mean, you name it, they probably have it there for you. You know, there's something for everyone to enjoy, and it was a blessing to have gone there, and brought that content to you. So, with that, we're gonna be closing off, and
Wait, 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
yes,
For everybody know that that breaking news that broke out with Robert Downey Jr. signing on for Captain America 3. You guys do know that Civil War is coming. That's all I gotta say.
ew, you all happy. All right, so I brought Nelson in, to be a part of the podcast for, just this wrap up. But Nelson, any announcements in terms of GoKin being part of the group, or just in general you want to add before we close up this? Actually, it's not an official podcast. It's more like a little featurette thing, like, Comic Con wrap up, because we're gonna start doing specials like this outside of Thursday. So, but any announcements, Nelson, before we do our thing?
Yeah, sure. First things first, I would like to, welcome Goken. Finally, welcome him into the new gaming order crew. Long time coming too, but it's
I
good to
had
have him on
a little
board.
interview with Nelson. Was probably like 3 or 4 hour interview with Nelson last night. I was getting grilled, man. So
I
Hey,
heard some of that too. I was
hey,
like,
I appreciate it. We had a great conversation, and you guys are all good. So I appreciate you welcoming me. So
Definitely. But let's see. Quick announcements. Oh, just started doing this thing on the YouTube channel side of things for us. It's called Info of the Day, which will either be featuring myself or a few other crew members. Basically, it's like little tidbits here, where like what Alex used to do with lunchtime TV. But whenever he can't get around to getting the info out, I will be the backup. So be on the lookout for that. We're also making things more detailed in the info plane, whether if you need to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, email us for any, information you guys would like to have, whether if it's being on the podcast, whether if it's an idea, whatever, so forth. And of course, as I keep mentioning before, we also have a donate button if you guys would like to help us out on the equipment side of things. It's not like you're forced to, you're not obligated, but it's there. So
all right, all right. Hey, as you can see right now, new gaming order is getting bigger. It's just like Ryu's Fireball. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And eventually we're gonna pop off and do something great. All right. So without further ado, this is Alex Lexus Nelson, new member Goken and Shinwar. We'll see you next time on Thursday. Unless we have something else in between there. But check us out Thursday around 8 o'clock ish, and we'll see you next time on the new Game and Order Show. Peace.